Hey, welcome everyone. Welcome into Dom Time with Dom Giordano. Joining me tonight on my far left is Matt Katz. He gets the plum job of covering Governor Christie. I don't know where you go after this, after that job. And Sean Walsh is with me too. Sean is a reporter for the Philadelphia Daily News who covers a pretty colorful place, the city of Philadelphia and the suburbs. And I talked a lot. This is the stuff of talk radio here at 1210 with my listeners, because we're kind of appalled at what's happened from our perspective, conservative, to the Philadelphia suburbs. Now, it used to be that a number of women were the key thing there around the issue of abortion. But now we're seeing, just on registration, Delaware County, which you guys may be too young to remember, at one point in time was every bit as Republican, I mean by registration, as Philadelphia's Democrat. It had to be 5, 6, 7 to 1. There's only a 737 vote or registration difference between Republicans and Democrats. That's shocking when you see that on paper. What the heck's doing it in your view?
It's happened in all the collar counties. Bucks County went for Obama.
Right.
Montgomery County has Democratic leadership for the first time in decades.
That is amazing too. Didn't think that would happen ever, yeah.
But what's interesting is all the congressmen, besides Allison Schwartz, Gerlach, Meehan, Fitzpatrick, because of redistricting and because of their home style and their ability, their connections to the voters that are already there.
There's conflicted voters out there. They might vote for the Democrat in the presidential election, but these moderate or slightly moderate Republicans, Gerlach, Meehan, and Fitzpatrick, are hardly the firebrand of the right wing out there.
And that's how suburban voters are. They're not likely to pull the lever. They do split their ticket pretty often, especially in Bucks County.
Is there an issue, let's take them each across the board here, is there an issue you guys see out there that you see in, say, Bucks County? Is there any one super issue that's determining how people are voting or they're looking at there?
You mean why they've left the Republican Party?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'd say that the image of the Republican Party has become less Northeast. It's because in the George Bush years it was all Texas, and since then I think the more religiously conservative part of the party was more popular, and now the Tea Party movement doesn't. Those type of more extreme elements of it don't appeal to suburban parents who are just worried about the school district, and I think financial issues speak better to them.
Now, Matt, let's go with Jersey. You covered Christie, but you get a feel for New Jersey and all. Is Jersey no longer, would Jersey be in play for Governor Christie, say against Hillary Clinton?
That'd be interesting. I mean, it is a split situation there. Obama won by a wider margin this past time around than he had the first time, and yet Christie's up by 30 points against his Democratic challenger in the polls. Right. I do think he would win Jersey. I mean,
Christie, the presidential race.
Yeah. I mean, as of now, I mean, he's got.
I got to ask you. You seem to be a guy that has a great barometer on Christie, particularly considering you felt the wrath of Christie as I have too.
Right.
So tell viewers what that's like. I've talked about. I went back and slowed down the tape, and I can hear him snorting. Now I'm an opinion maker, so I can. Like this, after my build-up, he knew where I was going. I built up all the credit that we give him, and then I said, what the hell were you doing with Obama? And I hear the snorting come at. You're asking more factual questions, I would assume. What's happened? What's your best Christie moment?
My best Christie moment, wow. My best Christie moment was when he mentioned me on national television. He was not making fun of me, but it wasn't about a question. This was his big press conference when he said he wasn't running for president. Someone said, do you have any regrets about not running for president? I said, yeah, I got regrets. How's Matt Katz going to get on TV now? No one's going to put Matt Katz on TV.
Well, you're here.
I'm here. So
he is running for president. We agree, right?
I would imagine that there would be nothing other than his health. Assuming his health is fine, nothing other than his health would stop him. And he also has to win re-election in November, but that seems like a
How is the lap band surgery, which is putting a big toe in there, but not exactly going the full gastric bypass for Christie playing, do you think?
I think it's playing pretty well. I mean, people are, New Jersey was never really concerned about his weight. They actually did a poll, and people said they didn't care that they had
Nationally, I think it matters.
Nationally, it matters more, because you have a guy who's got his finger on the button, potentially, and you don't want him to have a heart attack.
Well,
I mean, that's what it comes down to.
You two guys that look like fit guys. I feel like I have to run around and do a few push-ups with the two of you here.
We'll go for a run.
There you go. I think it does matter nationally, and it is. Some of it is cosmetic. You look at Obama, you look at Bush. These are fit guys, attractive guys. And a guy like this comes waddling in nationally. I don't think people go, oh, that's refreshing. I think they go, oh my God, this guy will never last more than a year or two because it's very grueling.
The trade-off is what it does to his persona, though.
Humanize.
Undoubtedly,
Yeah.
you'd rather have a fit president than an overweight
Right.
president, but Chris Christie's brand was, part of it was, I'm fat and I don't care what you think about it.
Right.
And
Right.
now it kind of looks like he might have cared what you thought about it. So it just...
That's an interesting observation. And if this doesn't work out, see, I said he ought to go on Jenny Craig. Can you imagine, Christie, you cover him all the time, doing
can't.
Metafast or Jenny Craig or anybody
Can't.
else like that? That would be a wild thing.
He seems a little bit conflicted about it. On one hand, he's joked about it. He shared a donut
right.
with Letterman. On the other hand, he said last week, I'm not writing a book. I'm not being a spokesman for this. I don't want to talk about this anymore. This
Here's
is
my
what it
theory,
is.
Matt, on him. He's a sensitive guy. He is a sensitive guy deep down. I know he gives you all that stuff. Just by this one time that I've gone back at him, it was way overly sensitive. And you don't get it because you're fighting him off. But
Sure.
deep down, this stuff of I don't care, I don't know about that.
I agree that he's emotional. I think he would
Yes.
acknowledge that. I think he talks often about his Sicilian roots, and he's
I can identify with that. Exactly.
right. And the dinner table was an argument, and
South Phillies are, we
There
can
you
all
go.
identify with that.
Right.
All right, coming up, more of what these two top reporters, I almost did a Chris Matthews and said, tell me what I don't know. But I think I know, I'll learn more from them coming up. I want to talk about some of the other local events that are making news and how they shake out politically here on Dom Time.